Welcome back to Henry's Garage. I realised when I was doing this video that I have not done an intro, so in this video we look at the front discs and we replace them. We replace the calipers, we replace the pads, and that's it. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoy and see you soon. So 2 years ago, when I was first trying to get this car, the MG, running and back on the road, and I pre MOT and stuff like that, I was test driving and the left brake was jammed on, and I didn't know what the issue was. So since I hadn't been driven for 10 years or whatever at the time, I just bought a whole front brake assembly. But the only problem was, in fact, the hose on the front left had worn, and replacing that hose sorted the issue. I've now got juddering, and because I bought everything there, so I've got 2 new calipers, I've got back-in plates, I've got new pads, I've got the hardware for it, I've got new discs in here. I think I'm going to replace it. So this episode hopefully will be about front brakes. Right, car's off the ground. Working room isn't great. We'll try to video it from the other side, which is a bit better. There we go. So I've got a bit more room here, so we'll see. Maybe I'll have to move some crates out of the way, but we'll start by taking that wheel off and see how we go. Okay, so I've just taken the wheel off, and I just thought the first thing we'll do is we'll see if we've got a bit of warpage on this disc, because look at that. So I'm going to get out my gauge and see if I can work a way of fixing it onto here so that I can measure this. So we've got it zeroed here. Now when I spin the wheel, it comes back to, oh blast, no, right, let's do that again since I've banged it. Zero it. So it went to, need my glasses, but I'm guessing that's 11. Yeah, so it goes, looks like it goes 11, so that, this is in mil, so that is, I think, 0.11 mil. So we'll see how much, we'll look at the book and see what we're allowed. So front brakes, pad, no, not pad, disc run out. Okay, there, 0.15 mil, and we're at 0.11, so that's the maximum disc run out. So actually that doesn't look too bad. I mean, it's there, but we'll measure the disc thickness just to ensure we're okay there. And if we are, then you know we can see that that brake is on at some point. And it's not on strongly, but because I can turn it, but it's on. So actually I wonder if I've got a problem with the soft line, and what we'll try doing is just swapping out the soft line first and seeing if that gets rid of the judder. Right, so I've disconnected the pipe at the back there, and so that should mean that the pressure on here has been removed, if there was any, if that was the issue, I think. Okay, and if that's the case, then this should now spin more freely. Okay, and it is still catching there. So I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking. If I'm going to take the caliper off then, well, let's start by taking the caliper off and make sure it spins then. Okay, so the front pad's come out quite nicely. There it is. I mean, it's got lots on it still. And nice and shiny, so that looks like it's okay. The back pad won't come. And what I've been trying is with this. So I'm going to have to move you. Is it still in? I've been tightening that up, so that's tight. And that won't come out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the caliper off. That's just a couple of bolts at the back, might be 3. Right, so there's the caliper off, and this was the front pad, which we looked at before, and this is the rear pad. So, I mean, you know, they look okay to me. Got a good bit of thickness on. Bit of rust on the back of this. So on the back of the pad, again, front and rear. So the rear has got some rust on the back there. If we look at the caliper here, can we see in there? So if we look on the caliper, I don't know if we're getting good light in there. Again, around the edge of that, there's a little bit. Around the edge, there's a little bit, but if anything, there's more rust on the front than there is on the rear. And so I don't see why that would have had anything to do with it. The wheel now turns completely smoothly. As you can see. So there was a lot of rubbing against that. Let's measure its thickness and see what we get there. So that is 7 point so this does 0 to 25 mil. So this is 7.17 7.17 mil thickness there, and it won't come off because of that, so we have to loosen it up. And the size that we're looking for, disc I said 7.15. Wow, these are too thin by a long way. Minimum 7.62. Okay, and I'm at 7. Right, so this has been changed. I'm going to check that again, just to be 100% sure. Yeah, there are even places when it's thinner, so in fact 7.4, that's the maximum. Oh, 7.44, wow. Yeah, but then we got 7 point. Oh, it wasn't 7.44, sorry, it was 7.404. Right. Okay. So this has been replaced. So here's the new disc, and we'll just measure it to see what we got. So the new disc is coming in at 8.883. Okay, 8.883 mil. So that's a good bit bigger. So there we are. Right, I know I shouldn't reuse my split pins, but I can't find any at the moment, so we're going to. Next is the caliper, which we have here. So actually maybe we'll give this a clean with some methylated spirit first. So I appear to have been left with 4 small bolts and lock washers that I don't know what to do with, and it didn't come with, I don't think I got it in, but putting this in, I had to go off and find my own washers, copper washers for it, because it didn't seem to come with that. And it didn't come under here. You have this I don't know what it's called, but this really wiggly one, you know, a castellated kind of thing which grips on, and again it didn't come with that either, so I ended up using the old one there. So Anyway, that now spins freely, as you can see. No noise or scuffing or anything like that. So I think we're good. So I'll get the wheel back on and we'll do the other side. Okay, and there's the other side done. So what haven't I done? I did clean off the bearing in here and cleaned it all out and then applied new grease. I've been back over to the other side to do the same. I think that's it really. So those are done. Now obviously I need to get fluid in there, but they're both spinning much better. So we will do that, but I'm going to do the rear brakes as well, in terms of I'm going to put new shoes on there when they arrive. So we'll see how much video I've got, and I might put this up as is, or we might wait. In this episode we're going to take a look at the rear brakes. We'll see if we need to change anything. I do have shoes on order, but if they're good I'll just bleed the system, I think. I already know the answer to this, at least for the other side. These look okay to me. I want a minimum depth of 2 mil. This is clearly above that. The other side's a bit thinner, which isn't great, but when I measure the other side, I got 3.82. Is that in view? 3.82. So I consider these to be okay. I know I've got shoes coming, but we'll deal with that when they come. So I'm going to consider the rear brakes good, and I'm going to bleed the system now. Okay, the rear wheels are back on. It's all been bled. A bit of a mess under there, to be honest. I've also got the air filters back on, so we're going to take it for a run, just a test drive. I'm not 100% happy with the bleeding, so I'll show you that in a minute when I get in the car. So here's what I'm not happy with is I get quite a lot of travel there. More maybe than I want, but it's not too bad actually. So we're going to do a test drive and see how it goes. Right, we've been for a test drive and it's driving a lot better. Hit the brakes, it doesn't pull, you're not hearing the knocking, and the brakes are solid. But the pedal is going an awful long way in, and actually if I pump it, it does bite up a bit earlier, so I must have air in the system still, so I'll have to bleed that again. Anything else? No, other than that, I mean, it's just driving much nicer now. You know, you can it just all around, okay, holding better, sounding better, more responsive, everything. So yeah, really pleased with that. So I think I'm gonna put it away for tonight. I'm a bit tired, but we'll get back out and bleed it again at some point. We'll do a service on it, whether I'll bother to film that or not, I don't know. And then we'll get on to the one I've been promising, which I've been dreading, which is trying to get that stag back on the road for the summer, so that I can enjoy it. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoy, and see you next time on Henry's Garage.